Welcome to Innovation in Higher Education, a primer. This video series is meant to introduce you to the basic ideas of innovation in higher education, especially related to technology and its many applications. The big idea for this series is that the study of technological innovation opens up a window into the past, present, and future of higher education. Before we continue with this video, first we'd like to introduce three important structural elements of this video series. The first is that, as we mentioned, this video is just one in a series. Rather than delivering this information in a long, lecture-style format, we broke it up into short, easily digestible segments, so that 1. You are more likely to learn and retain this important information, and 2. You may watch as few or as many segments in one sitting as is convenient for you. This design is purposeful and reflects the principles of cognitive science that demonstrate that short lectures, punctuated with frequent, low-stakes opportunities for retrieval practice, help boost memory. To aid in this, it is best if you view the videos in order as the concepts build on one another, but you may view the videos in whatever order you wish, as all are available on this channel. To guide you through the video series and provide signposts for your learning, the videos are divided into 6 major themes. Though the themes vary in the number of videos included under each, either 1 or 2, each theme is a major element of innovation in higher education, and each theme is paired with a big idea that the videos endeavor to illustrate. The first theme is innovation in higher education, and its big idea is that technological innovation opens up a window into the past, present, and future of higher education. The second theme is technology, a panacea, and the big idea is that technological innovation has surfaced as the modern panacea for American higher education's biggest ills: student attrition, persistence, and completion. The third theme is disruptive innovation, and the big idea is that technological innovation has historically failed to disrupt higher education. The fourth theme is empathetic design, and the big idea is that adoption is the linchpin of disruptive innovation in higher education and elsewhere. Empathy paves the road to adoption. The fifth theme is backward design, and the big idea is that the classroom is ground zero for disruptive innovation in higher education. And the sixth and final theme is the coming tsunami, and the big idea is that a tsunami related to technological innovation is coming in higher education, and as the current centuries of its field, its fate is in our hands. Don't worry about remembering these now, as we will revisit these ideas later. We simply wanted to give you a roadmap of the rest of the video series at this point. In this video, we will focus on innovation in higher education. The last important element we want to address before proceeding is vocabulary. Throughout this series, we will frequently use the terms innovation, higher education, and technology. For this video series, innovations include products, processes, or services that are new and different from previous incarnations. Higher education includes American universities and colleges, both 2-year and 4-year, as well as technical and vocational schools, and basically any post-secondary institutions, meaning those after high school. Finally, a large focus of this series is on technology. However, we are not going to define technology just yet. So for now, think about what technology means to you. Don't worry, we won't leave you hanging long, as we will dive into this topic in video 2. Let's move on to our topic of innovation in higher education. After viewing this video, students will know that American higher education classroom technology has not changed significantly in its history. In addition, students will know that technological innovation is being presented as the future of higher education. To achieve these desired learning outcomes, let's first look back into history. This is a picture of a 19th century operating room. Notice the design, the materials. These are examples of tools that would have been used by a doctor during this time. On the other hand, this is a picture of a 21st century operating room. Notice the design, the materials, the tools. Compared to the previous pictures, very little, other than the location of the operating table, is the same. If you brought a 19th century surgeon into this room, would he even know where to begin? Now let's take a look at a 19th century higher education classroom. Notice the design, the materials. These are examples of tools that would have been used by a professor during this time. On the other hand, this is a picture of a 21st century higher education classroom. Notice the design, the materials, the tools. Unlike the examples from medicine, very little has changed in American higher education classrooms over the past few hundred years. If you brought a 19th century professor into this room, I imagine he would have very little difficulty adjusting and could present curriculum in a nearly identical fashion to the ways he did before. In fact, this style of classroom predates even all of American higher education. We can see this auditorium style even in antiquity. This model represents a focus on a single lecturer while all observers passively receive information. And this model made perfect sense at a time when knowledge was held by a few experts and people had no way of accessing knowledge other than hearing it directly from the lecturer. However, in the 21st century, we have books, radio, television, the internet, and we even have access to all of those things at our fingertips. With so much information available to today's students, does this classroom really reflect the best design for 21st century learning? Let's look at this from another perspective. We know that American higher education classrooms have not changed significantly in their history, but is this a problem? Well, is higher education meeting all of its goals? Here are a few recent headlines about higher education. Diversity in higher education not diverse enough. A generation hobbled by the soaring cost of college. America's awful college dropout rates in 4 charts. Are colleges producing career-ready graduates? These headlines represent only a tiny fraction of the articles written about the problems with costs, learning, diversity, retention, career preparation, and 4-year graduation rates associated with higher education today. So it's clear that higher education isn't perfect. But what can be done? Well, many scholars are looking to innovative technologies to solve these problems. Technology is being promoted as a solution to problems of cost, changing training, teaching and learning, career flexibility, and even advising and career counseling. We don't yet know if these proposed solutions will pan out, but one thing is for certain, many people are looking to technology to solve higher education's problems. Now that you've heard an introduction to the ideas of innovation in higher education, it's time to assess your learning. Think about the following question. Compared to the design of classrooms of the 19th century, American higher education classrooms of today are A. Much more interactive, B. Much less interactive, or C. About the same. Think for a moment and select an answer in your mind. If you chose C, about the same, you're correct. If you chose A or B, we recommend you re-watch the portion of the video comparing higher education classrooms of the 19th century to those of the 21st century. Now consider the next question. Most scholars believe that the solutions to higher education's problems will be found in... Think for a moment and complete the sentence in your mind. If you thought of technological innovation or a similar form of those words, then you've got it. If your answer didn't involve technology or innovation, we recommend you re-watch the portion of the video highlighting current headlines related to higher education. Let's review the key points of this video. Higher education classrooms have not changed much in their history, nor have they adapted to meet the needs of 21st century students. Many believe technological innovation can help solve most of higher education's problems. And looking at technological innovation opens up a window into the past, present, and future of higher education. If you are interested in reading more about the topics covered or the headlines mentioned in this video, please refer to the references listed here. Thank you for watching Innovation in Higher Education, a Primer, Video 1. We encourage you to keep learning by continuing with Video 2.